Who should they play? Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey has a mild ankle sprain, and Deebo Samuel's coming back from a knee, foot, ankle, something or other. Do you think they should play in this game against the powerhouse that is the Arizona Cardinals?
No, not at all. Why would you play them against, like you said, arguably the worst team in the league right now? They're trotting out. We just looked it up. They're trotting out their fourth-string quarterback, David Blow, whatever his last name is to pronounce it. This should be one that you should win in your sleep. And to push on that point, I think a lot of us thought that last week going into that Las Vegas game against the Raiders. But the difference is, like, the Raiders actually have, like, talent on offense to actually fear around, where it's just, okay, it was always just Kyler, but he's gone. That's a huge weapon gone. James Conner's whatever. And then it's just DeAndre Hopkins. Oh, Marquise Brown too, but it's not like he's really done much. And I think this is one that the defense should not be struggling much. They shouldn't allow any more than like 13 points in that game. And then the offense just has to really it doesn't really have to do much. I think the Cardinals have pretty much been 1-2-3 Cancun for the last several weeks. You don't need Christian McCaffrey in that game because Jordan Mason is more than capable of. Every time he gets the ball, the guy always runs for like 5+ yards per carry. And then Deebo Samuel, you've already been without him. There's just no point. And I know there might be like pushback or thought of, well, you need to get these guys at the speed, get the their game shape, whatever, get their feet wet again. Which it's cool, but it's not worth the risk or re-aggravating of an injury or making it worse. It's just not, especially against the Cardinals. If this was like a must-win game, and I know they got to win it to advance further, but it's not worth the risk, man. It's not at all.
I agree with that. The one thing that maybe Kyle Shanahan might argue is, look, there's a very good chance the Niners could get the number 1 seed, in which case they'll have a bye week next week. Maybe I just want to get Deebo and Christian's feet wet, give them a few plays just so that they don't have 2 weeks off in there. Well, Deebo's had a bunch of weeks off, but just so they're not rusty. I know there's a risk with playing them at all, but maybe the Niners could do something like that, like get them a little playing time, but like basically win without them.
Yeah. I thought that too, especially with Deebo. Yeah. Well, this is before the McCaffrey injury too. Like if Deebo is like, hey, if you want to get him in there, I could see them putting him in for like, limited snaps, like get him no more than 15, 20 or something like that. Maybe
take him out at halftime. You should be up 17 at halftime. I'm just saying. You should be.
He'll probably end up giving him like 10 like looks or 10 snaps, 10, 12 snaps in the first half. Then it'll be like a third in the second half as courtesy. Be like, we're not taking, I don't know, whatever. And then hopefully, I wish I could trust, Kyle to actually do that, especially with McCaffrey. But it might be like, oh, it's just a minor sprain. You know what's going to happen? You're going to show up today. He's going to say McCaffrey out or limited.
He's going to say limited.
Out.
Oh, okay.
Maybe even go tomorrow out and then just do a Friday limited. Only because of the rain, dude. You already know how the rain is. But supposedly today it's supposed to be like their best look. So maybe they do give him a limited status and then just like limit him the rest of the week. But when you guys leave, he doesn't play at all. I can see that going on. You just don't really need these guys. It's worth the risk. And plus, you guys have these guys tied in past beyond this year. So it's not just about this year about like re-injuring them. It's about like for future. What happens if like something else happens or you have them under contract. These are your players for the next couple of years. It's not worth also the future and the now at the same time.
It's a good week to be conservative, right? Considering it's the Cardinals. They look like they're tanking. They're starting a quarterback that we don't know how to pronounce his name. I know he went to Purdue. It's either Blau. It could be Blau. It could be Bluff. It could be Bluff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he's 0-6 in his career. He's almost like the human tank, the CJ Beathard, the Nate Sudfeld. I don't think he's Jared Stidham. Jared Stidham, he was kind of like the Brock Purdy, That
was crazy. Yeah, that's all I thought. I was like, is this Brock Purdy 2.0 with the Raiders?
Yeah. Real quick, can we get off topic for a second? I like Jared Stidham. I liked him coming out of college. I felt he was at Auburn, which was a terrible offensive scheme. And now he's been, learning this Patriot scheme for 4 years. He's got a good arm. He moves decently. I think the Raiders should give him a chance, man. Because what's the alternative? Go sign Jimmy? Are you kidding?
Yeah. Well, I think he's a free agent. Though I think he's a free agent, so they have to sign him back, and then maybe sign another David Blow. Okay, so David Blow.
So their quarterback is Joe Blow. So they're starting Joe Blow at quarterback. I think the Niners should be able to beat the Cardinals and Joe Blow without Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel. All right, can we call him Joe Blow from now on? I'm calling him John Lowe.
I'm gonna keep calling them David Blow.
All right, so that's our preview of this pivotal Week 18 matchup.